Simple Plan is a 1998 thriller directed by Sam Raimi and starring Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, Bridget Fonda, and Brent Briscoe. That's a lot of B's, but A Simple Plan is, or this was, one of the last Sam Raimi films I have watched. I've seen pretty much his entire career now, except for just two films, For the Love of the Game and another, forgotten 80s film. But other than that, I've seen all his films, and he's undoubtedly one of my favorite directors. And you've got The Evil Dead, you've got the Spider-Man films, more recently Oz the Great and Powerful, and the upcoming Doctor Strange film. But I think the more interesting period of his career is between Army of Darkness and the first Spider-Man film, in the 90s essentially. And in the 90s, he went out of his box. He did something that very, very few directors do. He became known for one specific genre, which was horror with a slapstick element to it, and he made something different. He went out of his box, he changed style, he showed that he had range, and boy, he delivered. You have films like The Quick and the Dead, which is an action western. You have The Gift, which is a more subdued horror film. You have For the Love of the Game, which is still on the same way, it's a sports game directed by Sam Raimi. But I think the best film of this period, and really, really close to being the best film of his career, is A Simple Plan. And A Simple Plan is Sam Raimi saying, I can make a real, proper film. Not a comedy, not something tongue-in-cheek, not something full of winks to the audience. He made a real fucking great film. A Simple Plan is the story of two brothers and a friend. They're out, and one thing leads to another, and they accidentally stumble upon a stash of money near an airplane accident. And just oh shit, it's snowy, airplane was under the snow, no one's found it yet, no one's even looking for it apparently. Let's just take the money, split it, or wait for everything to blow over. People will find the plane, they won't find the money, they won't look for it because maybe it's drug money, maybe it's whatever. Let's just wait for spring, and then we can split the money. It's as simple as that. That is the simple plan of the title. And as you might expect, it could have been so easy. It would have been so simple, and yet it ain't. Yet it goes into completely, wildly different directions. There's some unlucky coincidences, there's some unfortunate events. You have a lot of greed, a lot of paranoia, a lot of fear starting to drive these people. They start to turn on each other. They start to discover new things about the money that change their plan. And things will get worse. They just get worse and worse. And it's not excessive. There's barely any violence in the film. The style is there's a lot of static shots, just normal panning, nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting per se, and yet the film manages to be absolutely nail-biting, very tense, because it is driven more than by a plot, it's driven by the characters. They all have very clear personalities, they all have very clear relationships with one another, the way they play with each other, all of the actors do a fantastic job. Billy Bob Thornton is so great, as always, very underrated I still think, even though Fargo just made him become a mainstream name. Maybe even Bad Santa, but whatever. But in this film he's incredible, truly great. I was really impressed by Bill Paxton, the late Bill Paxton, which just still feels weird to say. I love the guy. Every film he's in, absolutely love him. And this one is one of his more serious performances, more subdued performances, and he's great. Brent Briscoe, he's a familiar face that pops up in movies here now and again, and is terrific as well. And I was surprised by Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda. I keep mixing them up, Jesus. Bridget Fonda. She does a really good job as well as the wife of Bill Paxton, and newly just pregnant with a child coming on the way. And it's all the dynamics of the characters. They're what make this film. You could have the whole, the greed, whatever sub-story that drives it, but if you didn't have these interesting characters made, these believable characters grounded in reality, with wants, with needs that differ from each other, that differ and change over time, this would not work. And it is a testament not only to the writing, which is very sharp, but Raimi's direction. He's confident, he knows what he's doing. It almost feels like a Fargo-esque early Coen Brothers film, the more dark kind, not the Big Lebowski variety of Raising Arizona. It's more something like Fargo mixed with No Country for Old Men, mixed with Blood Simple. And of course, Sam Raimi and the Coens are friends, so it makes sense. There's definitely some influence there. And it's just a brilliant film. Especially the way it leads to the climax. It becomes not only very tense, but very emotional, which took me by surprise. It absolutely showed just how much I cared about all these characters, with their flaws and everything, because they feel very human. And that's what made this work, that's what made this a great film, and that's why I say that A Simple Plan, in my opinion, might be Sam Raimi's best film. I will always cherish Evil Dead 2, and I will always adore rewatching endlessly Army of Darkness, but A Simple Plan, this is just a special film. Underrated, underseen, definitely check it out if you haven't already. But still guys, have you watched A Simple Plan, or which is your favorite Sam Raimi film? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.